everyone, and thank you for tuning in to Dyson Dynamics. Today I am your announcer, Fish. Here on the news, we have several reports coming in about a house in New Orleans. I believe that is referred to as the Rising Sun. However, reports of this house are a little bit sketchy, as they all seem to be the exact thing verbatim, repeated in... Oh. Okay. Wrong bit. Okay, unfortunately, we are going to be switching to the forecast. Coming up for us today is Candlekeep, a beautiful city with a bunch of wizards and shit in it. And, here on my news report... Oh, it's two women kissing. Thank you, everyone, and this has been today's news. Jason, over in the DM's chair, we are going live to you.
Well, thank you for that, Fish, and what a wonderful day in Candlekeep it will be. So, before I get into the game and the very odd place where we ended last time, I would like to tell a quick story. So, much like the house in New Orleans, my house has also been known as the Rising Sun. We also have a Catholic diocese office on the same street. And the urban legend in my town is that the Bishop Martin O'Malley, when he used to walk down this street to the park that's just around the corner, would cross the street to be as far away from my house as possible. And that, honestly, that is how I like my bishops, priests, and deacons on the other side of the fucking street. Anyways, so with that being said, last session we departed from Baldur's Gate with Jetto and Rhea with the goal of Candlekeep. You all traveled. I think it was the last night before Candlekeep, and Jeremina and Silkes were having a discussion, and Jeremina was about to impart some knowledge or a little bit of guidance before I cut the session, and that is where we will pick up. That's fun.
I think it's funny that you told that story, Jason, before we continue as well, because we are playing the Hell game.
Oh, right, yeah, we're playing Descended to Avernus, but like, if you're here on your morning commute, you know that already, so that's fine.
Yeah, come on, Jason.
Alternatives. It was alternative to litigations.
Yeah,
but
I got
now
an A in that class, so that bit's over.
Now, I would say, while my net results haven't been too great regarding relationships, I can say that I have been in many of them. And I can comfortably say that I'd been pretty in love before. I know it's different from how I usually feel. I mean, I feel a lot of things all the time, constantly, 24. I mean, it is an unending fucking Ouroboros of emotions for me. But I mean, it makes you wanna... It kind of starts in your chest. And this is also when I knew my heart was on the wrong side of my body. That's a joke. Or is it? I don't actually know my left from my rights too well. But my heart started to... I mean, it felt like my whole body was being consumed in it. Right? Like sitting in a hot bath and being broiled like that. Like it felt like it was coming from the inside out. I also just wanted to... I mean, you just want to do something for the other person. Even if it makes you look stupid. I I have never. I hold myself to an extremely high level of
Sorry, this is
regard.
mic check. 1, 2.
I don't know. I don't like making a fool of myself. I know I do it a lot, but I never do it on purpose. But I mean, you just wanna. I mean, you just want to do anything for the other person to get them just to laugh or even crinkle their eyes a little bit. Anyways, you know, I get it. You know that story about them two star-crossed lovers and they drink poison at the end? Like, I get it. You know, I didn't get it for the longest time, but like, I get it. So sometimes I would feel so strongly about someone that the only thing I could think to do was drink poison about it. That's all. That's my part in wisdom for you, Marty, regarding feelings and relationships.
Yeah. Marty kind of sits back. She had been leaning over, kind of enthralled, in awe of just like the look on Jeremiah's face, like while she described that feeling. And she kind of perks up again and says, "Yeah, I thank you, Jeremiah."
Horse baby. It's why I know I've got me a little schoolgirl crush. Alright. Silkez, you look like you got something on your mind.
I was just thinking. I was just thinking about how you
Thank
described
you for the follow. Greatly appreciate
your
you.
approach to love was all very all-consuming, which I suppose would also work for me, because even if I don't particularly know or am able to address all my feelings, I know that I'm in love when I think about someone else's well-being. More than I would for a friend or someone that I generally care about. For me, it's like walking on a particularly nice summer day. It's beautiful, at times a little uncomfortable, but I enjoy the journey, no matter where it goes.
It's interesting. Sorry, baby, you go first.
No, you're okay. Obviously, I had said last time that, I've never really felt anything like that before, but I'm, I can imagine that it would feel, this will be silly, but when I first, when I was little, my dad bought me uh, a giant book of like Tinker Toys, and it had just like a giant book that came with it that you could flip to a different page, and they were for all sorts of like different ages and etc. And you could go through them, and supposedly it was supposed to last like an entire like school year, but I got through it in a summer. And when I told him, uh, and showed him the last uh little, it was a little crane, like that you would like wind up, uh but he still has it on his Oh, desk in his office. It was like 40 something years ago now. I will say I also agree with Jeremina, in the fact that my version of wanting to do something stupid was value their opinion and listen to what they had to say. I have never wanted to ask someone what their day was like as much as I did my husband.
And that's how I knew that I had it. Probably the worst that I've ever had it.
Yeah. One time I liked a woman so much I went and made a fucking snowman after a double shift. Do you know how stupid I
After
was?
a double shift.
After
I had been on my feet all day. There were 2 fucking shipfuls of men wanting drinks and stuff, and here I was, 3 a.m. making a snowman.
To surprise her, or just like she asked you?
Oh, I mean, she was walking me home from my shift, and I was like, well, I gotta think of something to drag this time out. I'm not gonna make snow angels, because the snow's that so deep, so I was like, do you want to make snowmans with me?
That is the sweetest. Oh my goodness.
Don't get all cute with me, Mark.
Oh, sorry.
Keep that to yourself.
Lips are sealed. I can keep a secret.
but I suppose love is whatever you make of it, Marty, in the end.
Yeah. I look forward to it.
Candlekeep's gonna be so much fun. Oh my god.
Oh, I'm really excited for it. I hope I can find someone that can figure out this stupid cube. And she holds up the cube that she's been like fiddling with this entire time.
Have I thrown it yet?
I don't think you have, but I don't.
How about we fiddle tomorrow on our final stretch to Candlekeep?
Hmm.
Because
Alright.
it's 3 a.m. We need to sleep.
Jason, how sturdy does this look?
Very sturdy. It almost as though it is solid metal.
Just don't lose it, okay? Alright, lining up for the pitch.
Oh yeah, baseball. That's a thing. All right, and then she's gonna cock her hand back. She's gonna make her throw. Oh no! Someone roll a d20 for me.
Got it.
18.
Nice!
I'm super
Nice.
fast, motherfucker.
19.
Alright, 18.
I don't like this game anymore.
18 plus 3. That is going to be 19, 20, 21. 21 on my athletics roll that I did without.
You're trying to break it, like smash it, type thing.
I'm throwing it. Not particularly smash it. If it gets broken, then it gets broken. I'm throwing it.
Like away.
Yeah.
Okay. You do so. It goes pretty far. And then there's a brief period of time, and then you hear a thump as it hits the ground, no bounce.
I'm gonna go check that. Marty is going to go try to find it as
Okay,
quickly as possible.
sure thing. Go ahead and make a investigation check with advantage.
Alright. Well, I'm going to go to sleep. You guys have fun messing with the cube.
Will do! Have a good
I'm
night!
Right after this.
My,
Bye.
investigation.
Yep, and you do have advantage because you kind of
Thank you,
saw the direction it traveled.
I can type. 1d20 plus 4 and 18.
18. So you go and you sort of poke around, and you are eventually able to find it. It's not very densely wooded here or anything like that. It is impacted into the ground, and the sort of soft, like a little bit muddy, a little bit peat mossy ground, sort of stuck in there. And you peel it out, and it appears to be undamaged.
Nuts. Oh, remember. What's wrong? Barney suddenly remembers the most dangerous gnome, and retreats to the rest of the group. It
Yes.
doesn't look like it was injured. Honestly, it did more damage to the ground than it.
We should weaponize it. We should kill people with it. Do you think we need to feed it
No.
blood?
Feed it blood?
Yeah, feed it blood.
Nardi kind of looks at it. That doesn't seem like the wisest decision.
It's from the Hells. I don't think it's exactly designed to appeal to people who are particularly wise.
Yeah, true.
Or how about the next time we have to kill someone, we'll kill them with it.
Sure. We'll see if we can't find anyone the Candlekeep who can help with that too. Well, not the killing part, but hopefully we won't run into anyone before we get to Candlekeep, and hopefully we won't have to kill anyone in Candlekeep.
Are you prepared to give that up in case that's the only thing they'll accept as our entry to Candlekeep, by the way?
Well, I mean, I knew what it was beforehand, so I'm sure they would know. But like it was in my book of magic items. But I mean, I guess that's kind of sort of why I'm trying to open it now.
I just wanted to make sure. I didn't want you to be disappointed out the gates, baby.
Yeah.
Go to fucking sleep.
I'm going to bed. I'm going to bed.
Alright.
And how's your horn been?
My horn?
Mhm.
Oh, sore. It hurts like hell. Accidentally, I keep bumping it when I wake up, and it fucking nerve pain spiraling all down the side of my face. I keep thinking I'm having an aneurysm.
I can try to adjust it if you need at any point. I don't know if that'll help or not, but maybe.
Maybe. We did put it on under interesting circumstances, but that is a matter for another day. Candlekeep awaits. I want to put my feet up. Good night.
Good night.
Good night, everybody.
All right. And with that, you all take your rest for the evening, and the next day dawns. The weather today seems like it will hold. There are some scattered clouds in the sky, but no threat of rain, no humidity in the air. You all mount up to either the cart, horses, or however it is you've elected to sort of staff your expedition and press onwards. Travel is easy. There are a few passing encounters with oncoming carriages utilizing the same road, but nothing nefarious. And eventually, as the day begins to wind to a close, you see in the distance Candlekeep. And what you see is a large fortress built on a cliffside. It sort of juts out towards the sea. It has walls which surround it, and as you get closer, you can see that there are two distinct sections. The first is a small, sort of almost town-like space that exists just in front of the massive library fortress, which rises up towards the sky. And one of the things that you can see is that amidst its spires and towers, as they reach towards the heavens, you see sort of gangplanks and gangways, hodgepodge, sort of tying the towers together at a elevated height. Some look quite precarious, others more formalized. As the cart enters into that sort of little town-like space, you will see a couple things. The first is, on your right, a series of sort of squat round towers with that sort of vary in height, with a single door. this doesn't seem like it's very open or accommodating to travelers. It may be for people who work here, things like that. As your eyes pan from right to left, directly in front of you, you see the actual gate to Candlekeep, having just come through like an open archway that could have had a large door, but doesn't. It's really more of an open archway. You see the actual door to Candlekeep, which is a large, very tall, you would probably say about 30 feet high door that sort of glistens with a green emerald glow, which could be paneling, could be magic, but it is a large emerald door. And then as your eyes continue to pan to the left, you see sort of the various catering or offerings to travelers or visitors who will never go beyond the Emerald's Gate. You see a large building that it's mostly glass along the front with a large brass book sort of open at the front. As you continue to pan a little bit to the left, you see something that looks like an inn or a tavern, sort of two conjoined buildings that seem to be the hospitality, as it were, of sort of the exterior of Candlekeep. And then just to the left of that, you see the stables where you all will be able to put up the horses that you've ridden and things like that. And you guys have the floor.
Are we gonna go knock? Or do we stop at the inn first and ask? Or do we just walk over to that book? Or...
Jettel will say, well...
Oh, that's right.
Welcome to the Court of Air. This is sort of the publicly accessible area of Candlekeep. To pass by the Emerald Door, you need to offer up something that's not in the archives yet. And Jettel will sort of tap his his pouch, and there'll be sort of a hollow sound that sounds a bit like a book.
Oh. Wait, like each time you go through?
He'll nod.
What did...
Sorry, Bubba, keep going.
What did Jetto and Silkas determine about the book?
The research with regards to the blood magic?
Yes.
He would have been able to tell you with a pretty high degree of certainty that they were definitely attempting to basically use the same rituals that are used on Ballspawn to, basically graft the magical apparatus and all the things that the Ballspawns are weaponized with on just normal, regular, everyday people. The process that was being utilized was derived from, some sort of magic that Jetto is not sure where it came from. But it's pretty clear what their intention was.
So, would the book that we were looking over, Jetto, be able to get us in, do you think?
He'll shake his head. It depends. We would probably have to pass it to one of the Avowed, and he points over at those, cylindrical towers. With something like that, they'll have to...
The towers on that?
What? No, the Avowed.
I think they live in the towers. I think they live in the towers.
I believe.
Oh.
They're a group of monks and thinkers, intellectuals, who, when something like that comes in, will assess the uniqueness of it and compare it against things in the archives. But that's a bit of a process. Don't know how long it would take.
Goodness. I think that. And what about the cube?
We also have Marty will pull out her journal where she has the magic circle.
Okay. Yes, Jeremina.
Hi. Yeah, I have a question. Do we all have to apply, supply something, or does it apply to the group?
It will most likely apply to the group. Unfortunately, due to them knowing I'm a seeker, my entrance is distinct from yours.
No, that makes total sense to me, baby. Okay. Oh,
Okay,
that's great.
so we have. If there's anything that we need to do now, I think it would be best to hand the cube and the book over to the Avowed and see if they are passable to get in.
That
Do
sounds
you think
good.
we could?
And the circle. Information about the circle.
Yeah, do you think we could give the circle and the book first and see what they think, and then get the cube?
Why not all three at once?
Well, if I'm able to hang on to the cube, that'd be nice. And I don't think they'll actually be able to do.
Well, they might not be able to do anything with it, but they'll be able to determine if anything like it has been seen. Also, because I'm assuming Jeddo, they'll give it back before we go to the gates.
He'll say, yes, if you're trying to get entrance, they will give it back, though the intent will be that it will be added to the archive, but it is you who would get to present it to the archivist after it has been assessed.
Okay. Then in that case, yeah, we can show it.
Also, baby, it's a really dangerous thing to have on you.
Well, I mean, no more dangerous than Sulcus's coin.
It's what?
My coin, but I couldn't help that. That was foisted upon me.
Right, and Silkus is never going to live a normal life, anyways.
There was
No.
no. I accepted that.
It's fine. It's like we said yesterday. I know it's a possibility we'll have to give it up. But if I don't have to, it'd be nice.
Well, if it turns out that the circle or the book will do just fine, then we can keep the cube.
Right.
Yeah.
With that, where would you all like to go first?
Can I knock on the tower?
Jeddo, can you take us to the Avowed? And yes, Jeremina, you can knock on the tower.
Okay. Yes, he will. After putting the horses up in stabling, which Jeddo basically he takes something out of his bag and waves it at someone, and they just stable the horses for free. He will take you all across the Court of Air, which is a large, wide open space. Sort of from afar, it gave off sort of township vibes, but now that you're here, it really is just kind of like two sides of this courtyard, and then just like what is effectively a massive field in the middle before the Emerald Door. You cross across to those pillared towers, and you come up to a door, and alongside the door is a great sort of like a very large brass panel with a bunch of little labels and little buttons. And as you get closer, you see that there are descriptors on each one of the buttons. And it's things like astronomy or spirituality, sociology. It appears as though this array of buttons is a way to summon the Avowed, who would be the subject matter expert on what you are presenting. So, basically what you do here is you pick a descriptor for the item you're presenting, and a Avowed will arrive to evaluate what you are presenting based on their expertise.
Is there...
Political science? What kind of science is political? I don't get this. What's physics?
Oh, I know that. That I actually almost got a degree in that. That is the study of forces that exist in our world.
But not magic.
Magical physics is actually the division that I was starting to get into. But, yes,
Is
in this
that-
case, it does exclude magic.
Is that arcanophysics?
Arcane physics? Is
No,
there
no,
a button
no.
for arcane physics?
Well, what I'm basically telling you guys is there are so many buttons that you pick the subject matter expert that you want to assess what you've brought, and that avowed will show up at the door.
Yeah, it's a Dewey Decimal System kind of situation.
I'm making riffs. Do we want? Is this planar? Wait, do they got one for the hells?
Do you think this? Do you
I think it would
be
go
planar,
either
or would it be
under-
magical item?
I think... Is there an occult button? Occultism?
There is a cult studies button. Yes.
Oh, we're gonna
Oh,
have
no,
this.
perfect.
Okay.
Now play a couple things. Yeah. So let's go with that one. Yeah. Do we hit multiple buttons?
You can hit one button at a time.
Okay. All right. So
It's just the elf like.
cult-
It looks like a Christmas tree.
Oh my god. Can EV3 pick me up?
Oh yeah, sure. Well, EV3 only has one arm at the moment. It's Plan
Oh
B.
god.
Can Olin just look around and see people and
EV3, could you give a knee?
Sure, EV3 will take a knee. Olin, just on your passive perception alone, you've noticed that there is like nobody outside of a building in this particular area. No guards, nothing.
By the way, my perception has went up to 7 now, so I'm 17 passive.
God
Okay.
damn.
Man.
I put it as my expertise.
Nothing gets past you.
Just yet.
My dad's going to bed soon.
It's
hit
like a giant.
Okay, have you hit the button?
Yes, I have hit cult studies.
Okay. Some time passes, and Jenna will espouse about how, it usually takes about 15 to 20 minutes. It's to be expected, not a big deal. And then the door opens. And standing there is a, judging by the look of him, you would say a elderly dragonborn man who is wearing gray robes. He is a copper dragonborn, and he has sort of small spectacles sitting on the end of his snout, and he is carrying a large sort of tome in his hand, and we'll say, yes, cult studies, Professor Alfgar, how can I help?
Hi, baby. Now we had some.
We have-
God damn it! How did I complete? Olin, I'm so sorry. Olin.
So we have a cult book, we have a puzzle cube, and we also have drawing of a magic circle
Olin will walk back over.
that we found in a cult headquarters.
Ah, excellent. Could I take a look at the items?
Certainly. Here you go.
Marty will hand over her. Will very carefully remove the diagram that she had made from her journal, and will slide that in the cube over.
Okay. So he will take the cult notebook and the circle and look at them. Oh yes, interesting. Zariel, quite. And blood runes. I'll have to take some work on this, but that, and he'll point at the cube. He'll say, I think you may want to speak with one of the planar departments, and he'll point over at the array of buttons. I'm not quite sure. We've had those come through before, but not quite sure that I could be of any assistance on it.
That's for the puzzle cube?
Yep.
Okay, what's this What is the professor's name?
Professor Othgar.
Alright, Professor Othgar. What is the timetable, do you think, on...
This circle I should be able to have done in about 48 hours. This book, I think it's going to take a bit more research. I'm not quite sure, though. The information that you've did you provide like your notes and the stuff
Yes.
that you okay? The things that you've provided could expedite it, but I'm not sure. This is not an area of expertise of. Though I will say it is clearly ball related, and he'll flip to a page, and you'll see a symbol similar to the one on the coin with the skull surrounded by motes of blood on one of the pages, and he'll say, tap it, and say, clearly ball related.
Yes, we did find it in a area from the Cult of the Dead 3. Basically, 3 main gods of violence, death, and necromancy.
Ah, yes. Pesky fellows down in up in Baldur's Gate, I believe.
Not anymore. I'm sorry.
Oh, well, that's good to hear. There are many cults that deal in quite unsavory things, them included.
So, should I give you about a week for the book then, at least?
Check back in. Yes.
Goodness gracious. Whew. Well, we were warned, so, thank you, Professor Othgar.
Not a problem, and, welcome to Candlekeep. And he'll sort of
Thank you.
pull the door shut and depart.
Do we have to wait 48 hours to be let in? Do I have to go stay at that little ugly-looking inn for 48 hours?
It might be more than that if it takes a week to get the book back.
And
my God.
we still have to give the puzzle cube. We don't even know how long the puzzle cube is going
Oh
to
my
take.
god.
Alright. Jeremy, you said that you saw a planer button here somewhere, right?
Oh, well, no, I saw 6. So there's one that's theoretical planar international physics. Then there's one here that says the theoretical introductions of extraplanar physical interactions with ground elements.
Planar, gender, and racial studies.
Oh, that's interesting.
Olin walks away again.
Very fascinating. I'm gonna with Olin. Well, I think maybe the general planar one.
Well, yeah,
Should
but
be
then
okay.
the one underneath that, it says planar dynamics. Should we just do the general?
Yeah, I would do the general
Yeah,
planar
well,
one.
there is the one that is lower planes, which I think includes the it's like
Okay.
considered like the 9 hells.
They are, yeah,
one.
9 hells.
I don't know if I want to spend 15 minutes to get someone just to tell us that we have to go to lower plane. Because the thing is, I'm also seeing one that says right here, lower planes cosmology. What is cosmology?
Cosmology is just, it's somewhat like astrology, basically studying their place in the universe and whatnot.
It's right next to the one that says cosmetology.
Okay.
And there's one that says lower planes of southern Toral of the southern hemisphere, which is an entirely different thing.
Just go for general planar.
Okay.
Yeah, general planar. That'll get close enough.
Okay, and can someone... Olan!
Where's he keep wandering off to?
Why does Olin keep walking away?
I don't mind, but I
Which-
wish you at least nudge.
Which
me.
I'd like to say
fucking
there's
wonder
really nowhere
why.
there's really nowhere to hide here.
He's
so
just
it's just
standing in the middle of a field.
I'm just walking around because I just can't stand there and listen to it because he doesn't know what's going on.
Can-
He's just like, okay, I
EV3,
guess
can
they'll
you
tell
stay
me.
with Olin?
That's not gonna end well. Kidding.
Oh,
You
Lord.
don't have to go anywhere. Just keep an eye on him.
Just stay within town limits, baby boy, okay?
Throws his arms up.
Well, I can't see you, baby. Okay,
You
just
can stay with-
wait. If you
you
go
can
back
stay with
into the
them.
carriage, I've got money in my pocketbook. Okay? If you wander into the inn, go ahead and get yourself something to eat, okay, baby?
He'll throw his arms back up.
Okay, I still can't see you.
I
My
think that's
eyesight's not that great, baby. But,
think it's
but
a
you know what
thumbs
my
up.
pocketbook is? Anyways, General Planar.
Oh, I already hit the button.
Oh,
Nope.
thank you.
With that being said, a small amount of time elapses, and the door opens once again.
So here I am. There is sauce all over my.
And as the door opens, it reveals a very frail-looking, elderly woman who's standing on a cane, and she's got big round glasses and wiry, frizzy hair. And she'll look at all of you and say, "Yes, can I help you?"
Hi.
Hi.
We have a cube. We have a cube that you might be interested in.
I would
Mar-
love to see it.
Marty will present the infernal cube.
Okay. She will remove her large glasses and take another pair of glasses out.
They're even bigger than the previous
Yes.
glasses.
And she'll take it and say, "Oh. And how did you come under possession of this?"
Off.
Investigating a cult.
Yeah.
I see.
Yeah, that's a better word.
Hmm.
It was in a cult hideout
sorry.
of Zariel.
Interesting. Do you know its owner?
No. Well,
Thamara Van Damper?
or
Or
Thaddeus
Fabius
Krieg.
Krieg.
or Thaddeus Krieg.
Back.
You see her. Will you be staying long?
Well, we're also trying to gather information about Barovia, which maybe you
We're
might know
gonna be
about.
here for a while, baby.
But we're gonna be here for a while.
Okay. And she'll sort of push her glasses up, and she's very clearly thinking. You can see her eyes sort of darting back and forth as though they're reading something, and she's just holding the cube. And her eyes track upwards and look at Rhea, and then track back downwards to the cube. She'll drum her fingers against it. Will you be staying at the hearth? I can come find you. And she'll extend the cube back to you.
Baby, what's your name?
My name is Professor Muriel.
I'm Jeremina. This is Marty.
Hello.
A pleasure.
Olin's wandering around somewhere. And this is Silke. Oh, and this is Rhea.
It is wonderful to meet all of you. I have to go get in touch with Silvira Sakis. She'll be very interested in what you've brought me.
Carol.
Who is she?
She is the crisis manager for the situation in Elturel.
Oh.
I believe she may want to see what you've brought. Please, go rest your heads. Thank you for bringing this to us, and I will speak to you all soon. And she'll just sort of drop her cane through her hand, and we'll pull the door shut, leaving you all in the court of air.
Alright, Bettenpool, how hot is she?
Well, she's an old lady, very
The
wiry.
crisis manager.
Oh, her. I'll give her like an 8.
I like that. I like the mods.
What about you?
Silkiz, back to Earth. Hey, back to Toro. Whatever. It doesn't matter. Silkiz. Fuck.
He's trying to keep an eye on. I think. Oh gosh, what are EB3 and Owen doing?
Yeah, they did.
He's
Wow,
literally
this
just strolling in the open, just anything to not have to stand there and listen to this.
So Silkiz, we've got
Yes.
a crisis management in charge of El Terrell that's coming in. I'm starting a betting pool. How hot do you think she's gonna be?
Oh my
Wait,
god.
why do we have a crisis manager from Elturel coming in?
4. 4.
But why?
Because El Terrell's gone.
Well, the cube apparently is interesting for
Oh!
that.
Right.
Wait, I was gonna say, I know Elturel is gone, so why do we have... Okay, so the cube was so interesting that...
Well, we name dropped Fabius.
Okay.
Mhm.
So how hot do you think she's gonna be? 0 to 10.
I already said 8.
5.
I'm into that. I'm gonna give her a solid 7. Was hot once, but is a little weighed down, tempered by the excruciating stresses of being a crisis management. You know what I mean?
So did they take the cube?
No,
Yeah,
I still
but-
have it.
Okay.
We had to just go stay at the hearth, which I'm sure is gonna be really great. Alright. And I'm going to take my wrists, flick them twice, and I'm going to cast Thaumaturgy, boom my voice out, and go, Olin! 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 Olin. Get back over here! Here. Here. Now!
Bring EB3 with you.
Are people staring at her?
There is no one in the square aside from you guys.
Alright, Olin will walk back over.
Hi, baby! A lot
Nah.
of great stuff's happened.
Huh?
A lot of great stuff's happened. We'll update you inside the end. Are you ready?
It's okay. Huh?
Did you grab my pocketbook, baby?
No.
Oh, god damn it. I gotta go drop all the fucking weight over it. Y'all go on head on to the hearth. I'm gonna go grab my pocketbook out of the carriage.
Okay.
Okay.
I fucking hate jogging.
Also, please forgive me. It's been a while since I've been out into nature. My allergies are flaring up.
Alright.
I guess then in that case, Marty will lead the way to the.
To the hearth? Okay. You all will notice that Jetto is mysteriously absent. He slipped away while you guys were waiting for the Avowed.
He heard the barbecue sauce on my titties story start, and he just had to leave.
Yeah, that's precisely it. Anyways, so you all make your way to the hearth. The hearth is a 2-part establishment. One, it is a tavern, and it is also a inn. So it does sort of meet both of those roles, but I would hesitate to call it sort of like a they're clearly cordoned off into 2 separate buildings. So it is like a inn with a tavern attached, or a tavern with an inn attached. They have like separate front desks and all that. You don't go talk to the barkeep to get a room, for example.
Mm-hmm.
With that being said, walking into the which side are you guys walking to? Inside or the tavern side?
Well,
yeah,
I
the
figure we're
Anniversary.
walking inside either way, so...
Okay. So you walk into the inside. The first thing, as you approach, you catch the sun glinting off that sort of glass, or what I will refer to as the glass and brass building, sort of a almost greenhouse-like building with that brass book statue in the front. You all enter into the the inn portion, and you are met with a very, very fancy front desk. You notice gold leafing on the corners of the trim, and a sort of message box set up behind the attendant who is sort of scratching something down with a quill. Oh, hello! Welcome to the House of Rest. How can I help you?
I don't know how long we're gonna be staying here, baby. But like 3 days, 2 days. We'll adjust.
A week, at
A
least.
week? All right, very well. Is it 5 rooms? 6 rooms? Motion up at ED3.
5 rooms. Or
5 rooms. Can we get them all on the same floor?
Shouldn't be a problem. We're out of season right now, so he'll sort of like look at a binder that features a printed map of all of the different rooms.
Real quick. I'm so sorry to interrupt, baby.
Oh,
Do
no
you
problem.
have like a really nice suite, like a really really nice room?
Yes, we do. There is the sort of flip. There is the Author's Observatory, which is our finest suite. It is a 8-room suite that features a telescope for astral observation and a spa-like accommodation
Done.
for...
That's what we want.
Oh, okay, wonderful. That will be... Was it a week?
Yes, baby.
And he's doing some counting on his fingers. That will be 150 gold pieces, with an additional 20 gold pieces a security deposit.
Here you go, baby.
Okay. And he'll say, just when you go to check out, check back in with me, and you can get your security deposit back after a room inspection. And he will then go ahead and will open a drawer and take what look to be sort of small stones out, and we'll pass them over a arcane circle on the counter, and we'll say, here are your room keys.
Jesus Christ,
Oh,
Jason.
thank you.
Thank you so much.
Not a problem. The elevator is over there, or if you prefer the stairs, you could find it over there. The hearth, which is our tavern and restaurant partner, the kitchen is open until 8 p.m. And your room does come with 1 complimentary beverage. Just show your room key.
Okay.
Marty's still like just staring at the room key.
Daddy,
What?
what is an elevator?
Oh,
Since
it's
what-
It's a
It's
box
like
that
a-
goes up and down, right?
yeah, it's a lift. Like it lifts you up
Where? What do you mean?
to different. It's like it's a room that moves between floors. We'll go that
Go
way.
over it, yeah. Do you want to hold my hand?
Attendant?
Yes.
Wait, is the elevator safe?
Yes, and you can actually see the our Master of Artifice, Explodimus, has recently inspected. It was 3 months ago, and the certificate should be on display inside the elevator.
Explodimus?
What a name!
Yes, I think it may be a nom de plume. I don't know if that's his actual name.
Okay.
Do you want to hold on to me while we ride the
You
elevator?
guys go up. Can one of you go up first and then come back down?
I'll go.
Okay.
That'll
Can
be
you-
alright, Gina.
Can you bring
I'll take
one-
EV. I'll take EV3 with me.
Okay.
Should EV3 ride by itself? What's the weight limit on that elevator?
I should be able to handle it. It's made to.
The attendant at this point is just like, I check the inspection.
I'll check the inspection. And Marty will go do so.
Okay, the elevator door opens as if by magic, and you walk inside. There is a prominently displayed gilded certificate of elevator inspection, rating the elevator to 700 pounds.
Right, thanks. It should be fine. And she and EV3 will get on. EV3 weighs
Night, Dad.
Good night, Dad.
Dad! Probably weighs they're 6'9" of wood and steel.
Mm-hmm.
So what, 400 pounds?
I mean, I'm 6'4" of meat and bone, and I weigh 270. So
Okay, so 350, I'll say.
Sure.
And so she'll get on. EV3 will get on. Chunk. But I'll be fine.
Yep. The elevator brings you up to the top floor, where the author's observatory is located. And the doors open, revealing a short hallway and a single door.
Wonderful. EV3, you stay here.
EV3 will nod, and will step off the elevator, where you feel it go.
I will never get used to that. And then she'll go ahead and hit the ground floor.
And the doors close as if by magic and lower you down.
And then, attendant, you would not believe it. So we're in the middle of this cult. There's shit everywhere.
Ding!
I'm sorry. And so we're walking through the sewage, kicking it up, methane everywhere. I get this idea. It comes back later. And we come across this vault. It's like a locked door. Marty! Oh my god, the elevator ate EV3. Oh my god.
No, Jeremina.
Where's EV3?
I left it upstairs because it was heavy and won't be able to... I promise it's okay. It's up there waiting for you.
But what if EV3 ain't there when we get up there? What are we gonna do then?
I told EV3 to wait. If anything is powerful enough to move EV3, we'll have bigger issues.
Like an elevator. Oh my god. It's gonna kill us.
Silken? Silkus? Jeremina, it will be okay.
What is the elevator made out of? What could compel it to move that? I don't...
Metal?
Is this electricity?
Marty will look. Does it say anywhere what kind of elevator is? Is this magic? Is this...
If you look at the elevator certificate,
what's it certified for? What's it certified for?
The elevator certificate suggests that the elevator is a mix of arcane and artifice magic, which would then indicate that there's probably some level of electricity.
Okay, so it does involve some electricity. It's probably, from my understanding of electric stuff, electrical artificing, it's probably that the electricity itself is made through magic, and then the electricity is what moves it up and down. But it should be perfectly safe. They have special brakes, so you never fall more than a foot if something was ever to go wrong, which it won't because it was just checked recently. And all of us combined do not weigh as much as EV3.
Would you say, Jeremy?
I'm gonna go for a walk. I'm just gonna walk up the stairs.
Are you sure it's 10 floors? How many floors up is it?
The top floor, which is the suite that you guys rented, is the 7th floor.
It's 7 floors, Jeremy.
Sounds like I got a long walk ahead of me. She'll shoulder her bags. Pass them over to Marty, and she'll do a stretch. Y'all just start getting head up. I got a long walk ahead of me.
Right.
Okay.
Oh god, my
we'll,
bad.
we'll see you up there.
Hopefully. If I come in, send a search party out for me, okay?
Alright.
We'll run up and down the stairwell for you.
Thank you, babies.
I'll look at the paw.
Boop it.
Oh, toe beans. Okay. Those who take the elevator, you have a slow and enjoyable ride up 7 stories. Jeremina, you slog your way up 7 floors, and I'm sure arrive after everyone else in the elevator has already entered the room. But as you all enter the room, it is exactly as described. It is kind of a hub and spoke model room. The room itself has a central sort of living room, study, library type thing, with the central feature being a large glass dome with a telescope sort of shooting out of it. There is a very, very plush bath accommodation off of this central room, and then the remainder of the rooms are single bedrooms that sort of spoke off of this central room.
Silk has, once, the rest of the group got in the room, he would have checked out what beverages there were, and then set up, like, if there's a central table, he would have set up a glass with the beverage. So what beverages are available?
There are a bunch of pre-packaged wines and cheeses and sort of just basically a fair offering of individually packaged food and beverage options, which are resting on a stand, which if you remove an item from the stand, it will be charged to them. And there's a little sign there describing that.
Let me lay some ground rules. I've never had to crawl upstairs in my entire life.
Are you gonna be okay?
Here, come lay down on the shades.
No, baby, I'm never gonna be okay. Stupid fucking question to ask me, Silkez. Anyways,
I didn't mean in a general sense.
I just walked up 7 flights of stairs. I'm feeling it in my kidneys. Anyways. Go ahead, get what you want. Ignore the signs. Is room service a thing up way here? Whatever. Get what you want. We got plenty of money to cover it. Do not fret. Olin.
He's already by the balcony.
I am with you. I'm telling you to get what you want. Okay? If you do not order something once a day, I will be ordering you something. And you do not want me to be ordering for you.
You can if you want.
But I don't want to. I want you to do it
Then don't
yourself.
do it.
Okay, well order something then.
I probably will.
Okay, thank you, baby.
He looks back out the balcony.
Is it a good view?
It's not bad.
Sorry.
So are we above the walls, or do the walls of Candlekeep go up pretty high?
The walls of the Court of Air are actually quite low. If you face a certain direction, all you see is wall, which are the walls of Candlekeep. The 7th story of the House of Rest do kind of... It comes just over the walls of the Court of Air, which are actually quite short.
So, can we see into Candlekeep proper then?
No.
No.
I see.
Yeah. What you can see is basically the landscape through which you walked to get to Candlekeep, as well as, of course, the stars by looking upwards.
I will say this is very nice.
Yeah, right? Okay. So do we have plans for dinner or anything like that? I know we've just been on the road, so...
Is there a room service menu anywhere? That's usually what they do. They have a little card that explains everything they serve.
There would be a leather folio near the miniature bar that you were looking at. So
Oh. Here it is.
Perfect.
Jeremy's got it.
Oh shit, they got filet mignons in here.
Ooh, nice. Oh, we're by the coast. Like, oh, I should get something seafood.
Oh,
Baldur's
that's
Gate is next to the river, but it's shit for seafood.
Alright, now how do we summon room service?
There is a panel with a single button, similar to the one that you encountered across the street, summoning the Avowed, that calls room service.
Okay, now I take like a notepad, click a pen. Alright, what are we getting? Something seafood for... What do you want?
I'll have a steak then. Medium.
Mm-hmm. Marty.
I'll take the lobster thermidor.
Okay.
For dessert, can I get jasmine rice pudding? Actually, sounds really nice.
Ooh, I hear that the bread pudding here is very good, but
I'm getting rice pudding, jasmine rice pudding.
I'll also get I'll get a bread pudding personally.
Okay. Sorry, what did you guys want again?
Oh, were you just writing down what you wanted?
Obviously.
Nice.
Marty
Steak,
will-
jasmine rice pudding, mussels.
Ooh, smart.
Baby.
Lobster thermidor and a bread pudding.
Okay.
Orlin.
Rhea will put herself down for seafood scampi.
Rhea, holy shit!
Baby.
Oh gosh, I forgot you were with us.
I have been here the whole time.
Sorry.
You and
seem to be
Jeddo.
very quiet.
Actually, no. There's no excuse for us not being able to hear you. You are in heavy plate armor.
I'm pretty loud. I've been doing a lot of thinking, but
I'm used to EB3 around. That thing is so loud. Sorry.
the Professor Muriel, she got me thinking, and it sounds like there may have a plan for Elturel, and maybe what we found, the cube could help.
Yeah.
Been thinking a lot. I'm sorry.
No, you're fine.
You're
What
okay.
did you want, dearest?
Oh, the seafood scampi.
Alright. So Kaz, is that like a good thing?
What?
Like, is there a way to like I want to make sure Rhea's getting what she wants.
Well, shrimp scampi is good.
Okay.
That should be
Yeah.
good.
Baby, do you want anything else? People are getting desserts.
Okay, the baked Alaska's good.
She'll shake her head and say, no, the pasta itself will be enough of a treat.
Okay, well, baby, I'm gonna like Marta said, I'm gonna get myself the baked Luskin. Do you want
The
to
baked Alaska.
do that with me?
Sure. I'll try a bit.
Thank you, darling. Okay.
Oh, what
Orlin.
do you want?
Olin looks back from the balcony. What are we doing?
We are ordering dinner.
Okay. The burger and the fries. What's it?
Is there a burger and the fries on the menu?
You don't care.
Sure.
Public palm.
Sure.
Like that instead.
It's a hotel. Why wouldn't burgers and fries?
Yeah.
be
Yeah,
there?
it's probably
Yeah,
like
they have
truffle.
Yeah, truffle.
It's got like arugula on it instead of
Provolone
lettuce.
cheese.
Get the one from the kids menu. That's probably the one he wants.
Why are you? We're not gonna get Olin food. From
You
the
realize
kids menu.
Olin has stabbed more people than you, and you're treating him like a 4-year-old.
No. Like,
Get it from the kids menu, she says.
I was like, he probably just wants the plain one. Like,
This
they're gonna-
motherfucker can stab you in your sleep, and you're like, get it from the kids menu.
I'm trying to look out for him. I'm sorry.
Hi.
You know I'm playing.
I know it.
God damn. Hi, Hannah.
Is
Hi,
there?
Hannah.
Hi, Hannah. So I think
They're all
that's
not
it.
paying attention.
Olin, did you want dessert?
No.
Okay. I believe all our orders are placed.
Mm-hmm.
All right, easy enough. When you press the little button, the attendant from downstairs will arrive at the door, and he has a napkin draped over one hand and holding a silver tray, and will say, "Yes, what can I get for you?"
Hi, baby. So I went through the effort and I wrote down everything I want, and she hands over 6
Oh my God.
double-sided
the
notepad
fuck?
paper and extends it.
Mhm.
This is just the food order. This, and she extends out 2 pages, are other stuff that I want. Mostly just extra blankets, ass, such and such.
Okay, shouldn't be a problem whatsoever. Just give me a little bit of time. I'll get the food order in, and then get those extra comfort items for you.
Thank you so much, baby.
Did you give him our papers? Our order?
Yeah, baby, I put your fucking order. I'm sorry, that was mean. I put your order. I put it on the paper.
Okay. Just making sure.
All right,
I'm
very
sorry.
well. I'll be back as soon as possible. And he will walk away.
That was such a fun.
Fucking dweebs. What was that song?
I'll also assume that we might not be seeing Jeddah either until tomorrow or until we enter Candlekeep. He might be in there already.
Life is so hard for me.
She says in her 5-star hotel in her suite after handing over.
Well, I got letters that I go.
Today?
Yeah, baby. I got letters that I gotta go get made.
Alright.
It's been an honor serving with y'all. I'm out.
Alright. Oh, that reminds me, I also have to finally settle down on those letters. Myself. I've been storing, which is very unfair to the twins, but I need to get those. Drow twins I met in Lone Mountain.
Oh, right. I remember now. I think you mentioned that.
Mm-hmm. Alright, so, I'm just gonna be looking around.
Alright, I'm going to go set up my room, maybe try to figure out.
Oh, we lost Mars.
Oh no.
Nurse!
Well,
Does-
we're gonna go ahead and take a quick break, and
Yep.
we'll be right back.
Be right back.
Yeah.
Well, that's been a wonderful word from our sponsors. Welcome back to Dice and Dynamics. The Candlekeep forecast is still good. Partly cloudy with a chance of showers overnight. But fortunately for our heroes, they are well put up inside the House of Rest in the Author's Observatory, the finest accommodations the Court of Air has to offer. And that is where we will pick up with a knock on your door as the attendant has returned with 2 individual carts of food sort of stacked up on top of it, and he will sort of open the door and begin bringing the carts in, and then we'll say, should you have any interest in the tavern side of our house, the hearth, a patron who saw you all enter has opened a tab on your behalf. Just figured that after you've eaten, should you be interested in some drinks, I would let you know.
Do you know
Thank you. What did this patron look like? If you can tell us.
I would guess, based on... It's a gentleman named Little One. He enjoys speaking with people, specifically adventurers.
Interesting. Thank you.
Not a problem.
What does he look like?
He's a hill giant.
Oh, delightful.
very little indeed?
He'll smile. Is there? I'll be back with the other comfort items that you requested.
Yeah, 1 second, baby. What is your name? I'm about to run you through the ringer. I would like your name.
Brian.
Brian, baby? Okay, give me 1 second, baby. Okay, Brian, is that with a...
It's with a Y. My parents didn't love me.
I'm so sorry to hear that. Mine didn't either. Here you go. Let me... 1 second. It's okay, so can you pass me my purse?
Yes, certainly. Here you go.
Thank you so much. And let me get you 5 gold to start as your tip.
Oh, thank you.
Money, do not... Oh. I thought you were going to start arguing with me. Second thing, tomorrow for breakfast, I would like a wake-up call at 10 a.m. with breakfast. I would like the full array, fruits, blah blah blahs. Avoid eggs, plenty of meats, kosher and fantasy halal.
All right, I'll see what I can do, but I think that should be doable.
Okay, I bought... She reaches into her purse and she pulls out like 2 scraps of printed paper. Here are the rules on how to prepare the food for me and Silkiz. So here.
He'll take that, sort of look it over. I'll get with the chef.
Thank you so much. Alright, you have fun, Brian.
Will do. And he'll see himself out.
Did the hill giant see us come in? Well, obviously he saw us come in.
You think we would have noticed the hill giant, though?
Yeah, you think we would have noticed him?
Well, once you finish eating, we can get
Head down.
get some after dinner drinks, I guess.
Sounds good. What Jeremina has ordered is a tomahawk steak, a full rack of imitation ribs, 2 burgers, a giant salad. That's all she says. She just says it's a salad. A bacon wrapped filet mignon, bacon wrapped asparagus, but like imitation bacon, obviously.
Turkey bacon.
Thank you. A bunch of sodas, and then a baked luskin and a root beer float.
Nice.
Thank you. She pulls a bib out, puts it on, cocks her head, and she starts getting to work.
Olin, on your plate featuring a burger is a action figure of a small man with a two-handed sword, green skin,
No.
and an array of colored scales on his chest.
I hate you so much.
No.
And to do this, Olin is gonna do what Olin does. He's gonna look at it, confused, and throw it.
As it hits the ground, does anybody speak giant?
God.
Yes.
No.
There, it says some words in giant.
I can't believe that is common knowledge.
Of course.
I need this.
I'll never realize that.
I need this in my life, right? Like, we need to find someone to do this for me.
The kids meal menu came with a toy, and it was a Cobalt action figure with 5 action phrases.
Oh my god, I need to hear them all. Jason.
I ordered Olin a strawberry soda,
What the
a plain burgers and fries,
Uh-huh.
and then a kids burger and fries. And then a little side thing of macaroni and cheese.
What the fuck?
We just think Olin would like mac and cheese.
Yeah.
Olin can stab people.
That doesn't mean you can't like mac and cheese.
It's just funny.
Shirley
That's
is
all.
going to take one of her sodas.
I can stab people, and I like mac and cheese.
True.
It's not always butterflies. Not always love.
And uncaps the bottle with her horn. And she says, depending on how long we're going to be staying here, by the way, I'm going to be sending word out for my baby boy to join me here. Are we going to be okay with that?
Yeah,
Kyle?
definitely them.
Okay, second thing.
Oh, thank you.
Thank you for
Depending
subscribing to the
on
channel. I appreciate you.
My ex-husband is there with my boy. He might be accompanying Wolfrin. Because we obviously got to go over a bunch of other stuff concerning things. I think we were still legally married when I started doing the bit with Baldur's Gate.
Mm-hmm.
So I'm just forewarning that he might be showing up.
Okay. Is there any way you want us to act around him?
He's fine. He's personable. He's very much a traditional elf in the way he kind of approaches things sometimes. So I don't think. I don't think he's gonna be. He might be a little weird. But he should be fine.
Now, if he's any weirder than my oldest brother, I'd be impressed.
Well, I just wanted to give that heads up. The other several rooms might be occupied. Rhea,
Yes?
you let me know if anyone bothers you. My ex-husband might try to adopt you.
I am not adoptable. I
It sounds like he might find a way.
No, I'll find a way. You are very adoptable. Nobody stops being not adoptable.
I am an adult.
Do adults suddenly lose their parents when they become adults?
Brian never had any.
What?
Hasn't ever had parents.
Sorry,
Okay.
chat.
So kind of a moot point asking her that question.
Well, yeah, but I'm speaking broadly. She's defending it by saying she's an adult, she can't be adopted, and I'm saying nobody ever stops not being able to have parents.
There you go. That's
I don't need parents, as I've never had any.
there. Yep. And there's that. I knew that was going to be argued.
Wow, there is so much there to unpack. God. Don't worry, Rhea. We'll get somewhere. My God, you need to meet my stepdaughter so much.
You have a stepdaughter?
Oh my God, yeah. I only like men if they have kids, specifically little daughters. I only like daughter dads. So,
Why?
Wait, does Jeddo have a daughter?
well, I mean,
Yeah,
he
I
has
think
like,
it's mentioned it.
yeah.
Well,
Um,
there you go.
Well, I just like it because that means they can care about something. I also like kids. It's very cute. It's cute. I just like my man to come pre-installed with little kids I can spoil.
Just interesting perspective. But I'm not going to knock it.
Thank you. Now, second thing. And she kind of sets down her tomahawk steak. Can someone look over those books and see if, like, Barovia or something else is mentioned in them? We got a lot of books here.
If you're hoping to get
would you-
Olin's attention, he's absolutely tuned out just eating his food right now.
Olin, would you want to look over the books later?
What the books?
Silk has motions to the book-lined shelves. This
Oh,
place is essentially a library. Maybe they'll have something about Barovia.
nah,
Especially since we won't be getting into Candlekeep.
nah, I'll take a look after I eat.
Alright. Let's see.
And we'll get back to his motherfucking burger.
Devour.
Mm-hmm.
And that you do. You all eat dinner and get to your dessert if you have the room. And eventually the attendant will return with the requested additional comfort items and reassurances that the chef assures him that breakfast can be prepared in the desired manner. And that brings us to...
Extra tips, baby boy.
Oh, thank you. Not a problem. If there's anything else, please just give a ring.
Would you walk us to the tavern section and introduce us to our patron?
Oh, most certainly. I would be more than honored. Would you like to take the stairs or the elevator?
Nina, please take the elevator. It would be much better on your knees and your back.
But what if the elevator drops and then we all die because the brakes stop?
Then we will all be dead.
Then it will not be a problem anymore.
Exactly.
Oh, yeah, it would be a problem for my kids and my ex-husband
But not-
and me
but
because
not-
I'm not living my life anymore.
No, because you would not be... You wouldn't think about that anymore, because you'd be dead.
Well, I wouldn't be thinking about it, but my family would.
But that's not your problem anymore, you'd be dead.
It is most certainly my problem what happens to my family after I die.
I can assure you that the elevator is quite safe. I take it at least 12 times a day.
I am profoundly unlucky.
I'll be fine, Jeremina.
I'm pretty sure it will be fine.
What are the stairs? Like, are they kind of like a spiral thing? Like
Yeah,
this-
they're like a switchback spiral.
I'm fine. I'm gonna take an elevator of my own.
The stairs.
Sure.
All right, we will meet you down there, Jeremina.
Alright, baby.
All right. For those getting in the elevator, the attendant will board with you. Will select the lobby button on the elevator, and the elevator will begin to descend. As you are assaulted by the dulcet tones of royalty-free bard music, Jeremina, it sounded like you had a specific plan to descend the stairs. How is it you're doing that?
She's just gonna jump down.
Does she have feather fall wrapped?
No, it's only like 7 feet, like 7 floors.
Do you know how tall 7 floors is?
What, that's like 70 feet, right?
Yeah.
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 How
So that's 76.
is that serious?
Yes.
I thought it was
Mhm.
like 10. For every
Oh.
10.
Yeah, for every 10.
Yeah, for every 10, it's a d6.
Yeah, so
Okay.
7d6.
Hold on.
76.
Well,
So
the
the
first
max
10 I think
damage-
doesn't count, so it'd be 66. It's still
Yeah.
it's still damage.
So that'd be like max 36 damage. What in the
Right.
world is Jeremy's HP?
Yeah.
Yeah, it's 1d6 for every 10 feet that the creature falls. So 70-foot fall, for example, thanks Google, would deal 7d6.
Oh, so there's no 10-foot buffer. You take
Yeah, I always thought there was a 10-foot buffer too. All right, Jeremina, go
Oh.
ahead and roll 7d6.
a fireball worth of damage.
Are we gonna have to? Put
Yeah, this is like a
Jeremina on
full
death's
fireball.
door?
She's tanking by herself.
Jeremina
No,
can't kill-
except Jeremina tanking a fireball, she has fire resistance. So, like, this is actually worse than a fireball.
This is just her ankles, knees, and shins. It really.
Jeremina can't go to Avernus because
Let me
she's in a
double check.
wheelchair.
Oh, I would also like to clarify that Rhea has decided to stay upstairs.
Aw.
We go.
Let me double check.
More specifically, saying that she wanted to use the telescope.
Understandable.
So I think it's awesome.
That
We're
would
gonna be.
42 points of damage.
I think it's gonna be awesome. Us three are gonna descend to Avernus. She's gonna descend to physical therapy. Just want to put that out there.
Oh, so it's if you're just jumping 10 feet, then it's no damage. But once you start adding more feet, then it becomes damage.
Poseidon's Grave is a
Thank you,
DM. He's one of the guys that I play roleplay with, and he's actually DMing. Are you DMing Strahd right now, Poseidon? I think you're DMing Chris Strahd right now.
I'm like,
Because
Or
I
Humber.
am going to be totally honest. I was expecting you to do exactly that,
Mhm.
except like be like, oh, I extend my wings out to create like a parachute effect. And it's,
I thought she was going to like slide down the like.
No,
the
she's
Okay.
gonna Deadpool it. Superhero landing.
Just like skip on. I gotta
All right, so
take into this.
42 max damage. Let's go.
okay. Right.
Oh, that's what
The
it is.
elevator hits the lobby. Ding. The door opens, and as you step away, the royalty-free music that was blaring in your ears blissfully fades away, and you are led on. You are led onwards by Brian, the attendant, into the hearth through a sort of adjoining hallway. And you kind of feel the atmosphere change a little bit from the lobby of the hotel into the hearth. As you walk into the hearth, you can basically sort of, once you pass over that precipice, once you feel the atmosphere change, boom, you can suddenly hear discussions, music,
A thud in the background.
yeah, all of these all of these different sounds of a tavern, just sort of pouring down this hallway. You walk to the end of the hallway, and you are assailed with what is essentially a veritable cast of characters. It is a very interesting crowd here inside of the hearth. You would guess that most of these people are adventurers or learned people of some kind, way, shape, or form. And as you scan around, it's not like Baldur's Gate. It's not like the taverns and dives that you all investigated while looking into the Cult of the Dead 3. The people here are far more colorful, extravagant, just generally happier than those people in the bars in Baldur's Gate.
I mean,
And
it's Baldur's Gate.
yeah,
Fair enough.
and
Can't argue with that.
sitting above the bar in a specially crafted chair is a hill giant with specially crafted spectacles sitting on the bridge of his nose, and he is tenderly holding a book that is far too small for his hands. And when he has to make a adjustment, you see or when he has to turn a page, you see what looks to be like a common squirrel, or like just a North American squirrel, just sort of run down his chest, up his arm to the book. He'll gingerly turn the page and then scoot back up to his shoulder.
Interesting.
And with that, the attendant will wave to the bar and say, "Here it is." And as you can see, little one is right there. And will sort of motion to this towering figure in the corner of the bar.
Thank you very much, Brian, with a Y.
Not a problem. If you need anything else, it's why I'm here. And he'll depart.
32
It's wide.
damage.
Are you still up?
Yes.
Oh my god.
All right, Jeremita, explain to me how
Oh,
this happens.
So she's
No
kind of
uncertain.
looking over the edge, and she's kind of like looking over, and she gets herself psyched out, right? She's starting to like do mathematics. She's like, okay, she's thinking of all the times she's fallen. Luskin has pretty long, has pretty like steep, tall stairs up into houses, and in the summertime, when the snow hasn't piled up, she's always fallen off, damaged herself. She's pretty familiar with how much damage can happen to someone falling from a great height. So she kind of does the calculations. She's got it all in her head. She takes the kind of flaps that keep her wings tight to her body. She'll make sure that her tail is obstructed and that her, skirt is all puffed out, just maximum air, whatever. She gets the skirt free. She double checks that her tail is out to maintain balance. She does stretches. She's like, it's going to be very painful, but that's fine. Pain is temporary. She's almost been killed several times. And she kind of has to pace the landing a little bit. She's like, I'm not afraid of heights. I'm not afraid of heights. I gotta do it. And as she teeters herself over the edge, she goes, oh, fuck, I didn't unfold my wings. And functionally plummets 70 feet.
I love
You make it sound like she belly flopped, which is worse.
that the reason Jeremia didn't want to go in the elevator
Are precisely the things that
Are
happen.
precisely the reason that she.
this
Well-
exact situation.
As the dungeon master, I have to play the bad guy in this scenario, and as the floor, I keep getting closer and closer and closer until eventually I'm right on top of you, and you hit the floor with an immense force.
It's like we see the Mortal Kombat scene where it's just like inside and all the bones shattering.
She has no recall.
I think it takes her a solid minute to recover. And the first thing she does is kind of reach her flailing hand up and dump all of the hand.
Fair enough.
Oh,
From
God.
from the bar, a distant thud is heard,
Yeah.
and Silkes looks up and he's like, "That wasn't." Sure.
Da.
It just sounds like somebody grabbed a turkey, like a raw turkey, by its legs and just like swapped it against the stone floor.
Against the fucking like sidewalk.
You don't think
God.
No, didn't she say she was afraid of falling?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Why would she have jumped if she was so afraid
I
of
don't
falling?
think
Yeah.
that was her.
No.
Yeah, what? Someone wants to drop something. It's fine.
Yeah. How does Jermina look as she's coming out of the stairwell?
She comes out, and for the first time in the entire time you've ever known her, she is fully covering her body.
Hey,
No, she.
Up to her chin, sleeves down to her wrists, and she kind of walks in a little bit stiffly, and is going to walk up behind Silkez. Is he sitting?
He's standing at the bar, and as Jermina walks in, he's like, "No, she did it."
One second.
Oh, she
Takes out one of her incisors.
Oh.
Silkez. Who wants my tooth?
Olin's gonna.
I know you're like a shark, and so it'll grow back after a few days, but no, thank you.
Olin's gonna look at Jeremy and go, Did the elevator do this?
No, I did discover something.
Uh-huh.
If the elevator falls, I would most likely be the only survivor.
Okay.
I had taken the theory. The theory posited was, would I die if I fell 70 feet? The results are no.
Okay. So elevator ride the rest of the time. Good.
Yes. The problem has
Please
been...
let me.
Please cast Cure Wounds on me.
Yes. Marty is going into like the bag of holding, like grabbing like her med kit, and it's just like everything.
That's
So Kez will also just like.
But she will go ahead and just like dump all her spell slots into Jeremina. How far is she down? Like
32 points.
No, the real question is, how many health points does she have left?
Well,
Yeah.
Jeremy did lay on hands.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I had... It was 32 out of 40.
okay.
You
So
could
that
have.
was
Oh
eight
my god! You
hit
actually could have
points
went
left.
down if it max damaged. Jesus.
Okay, good.
And then so we're level 5. We're level 4. Level 5. And you did 25 back. So
I'm a level 4 paladin.
okay.
I have 28 now.
28.
I also just imagined that Brian had returned to the front desk and Jeremy is just like from the staircase, like going across towards the tavern. And he's just like,
Her decision.
As you are treating Jeremina, those who may be paying attention to the surroundings, Olin, with your passive, you'd certainly be able to see this. You would see that the hill giant holding the small book would have closed it very gingerly and sort of tucked it into a pouch and is looking at you all with a sort of smile on his face.
Alright, I'm gonna quick pop your neck.
Jesus.
I'm fine.
And you get 28 HP back. That's technically not what you're supposed to do, but it helps with the pain. Just like
Are the
I hate neck related stuff.
sorry.
the giant is waiting for us.
I was
my
going to say.
The what?
I think that's what we're here for. Oh fuck. God.
You okay?
We said that before you jumped off the top of the building.
Yes, Olin.
Okay.
Something horrible occurred to me in between that might have caused me
You fell?
This episode entitled Jeremina Gets a TBI.
Jesus.
Anyways, let's go talk to your friend. Silkus, maybe you should take the lead on this.
Oh, yes, I
I'm
will.
gonna go get water.
I will go get water. You were going to sit down.
I'm already sitting down.
All right, and you will continue to. And Mario will go get drinks.
Okay.
Silkes will walk over to little one and give a small bow and say, hello.
Hello. How's it going?
Oh god.
He will smile down at you and do his best to be as charming as possible. As you look up at him, he has very rounded features. He puts on a big smile. You see a silver band running across his head, some sort of crown or circlet. He's dressed very well for a hill giant. Hill giants mostly known for wearing like loincloths effectively. He has a monumental tunic on that looks as though it was probably sewed from a circus tent or something. It's paneled. He has a large belt on that has pouches all around it, and you see the small squirrel sort of skittering back and forth along his shoulders as he looks down.
We are doing very well. We are currently helping our friend recover. Do you have to stay in this? Is he sitting near us, or is he at a separate table?
He has his own special chair that is huge.
Are you able to bring your chair over here, or should we come to you?
Whatever is easier.
If you could, it would be very much appreciated if you could bring your chair to us.
Not a problem. And he'll stand up, pick up his chair slightly. The bar goes quiet as he pulls the chair and sets it down next to the party, and then sits back on top of it.
Hi!
Hello!
Little one, this is us. Jeremina.
I'm Jeremina Isabel Canis. I'm from Molestian.
Little one, pleasure.
Marty.
Martha Rose Struanik of Baldur's Gate.
Little one, pleasure.
Oh, and this is EV3.
And this is Olin of Barovia.
Just Olin.
Pleasure, Olin.
And I am Silkus.
It is good to meet you, Silkas.
It's good to meet you too.
Before we get started, you said the attendant said you opened a tab for us?
Most certainly.
I don't think you should do that. I'm a very expensive drinker.
That is fine. My coffers run deep.
Are you sure?
Of course.
Marty will prepare the drink order.
You all are adventurers, correct?
I suppose at this point we may as well be, yes.
In lieu of the tiny book that he was reading before, which he will take off the glasses that he's wearing and place them in a pocket, and do the same as Muriel did and switch over to another pair, and then remove a huge book that is giant-sized and will...
Oh, God. No.
I would be interested in knowing your stories.
I don't have memory, sorry.
We can tell you.
Oh, I've had a few of those.
We can tell you about our recent stint in investigating a cult and then discovering a completely separate cult.
Fascinating. 2 in 1.
Indeed.
So,
Yes.
we're on a bridge. Was it raining?
It was raining.
It
yes.
was.
raining, hot, muggy, horrible. And there's like this long line of people, right? And we're all trapped together. Very cute. And then we see this like guy get smeared across the pavement. Decimated. Is by this
Minotaur.
Minotaur. What?
Oh, I said Minotaur.
Yes, Minotaur. Okay. Walks over with his little boy toy, Zolge. Now,
Don't see many minotaurs on the Prime material. That's interesting. And,
right? So anyways, talk with Zolge. Zolge is like, what did he say? What was his opener? Did he ask you? So
He asked.
Well, I think we found some adventurers.
Yes, his first words were that we were adventurers.
Which we weren't.
At the time, we were not adventurers.
And then we kind of really aren't. Well, I guess.
At this
we did
point,
one quest.
we are technically adventurers at this point.
no, we did like 3.
I see.
So they
We got conscripted.
Oh, yes. That is a thing that will happen across the Lord's Alliance. So,
And then, well, anyways, so we did a bunch of stuff.
bunch of stuff. Is that you saying that I have a bit of license to fill in that if I were to ever publish a story?
Here, let me regale you with the basics. And where I leave out details, you are given license.
Ooh, very well.
Silkes will regale the story in a very, I guess you could say, proper way. He does use his hands, and he has a decent amount of inflection when he's storytelling in this case. But he leaves out, well, they already know Zaj and Okeb's names. He leaves out the name of the specific merchant prince. All he says is, not merchant prince, fuck, Duke.
The Duke, okay, yeah. I knew what you meant.
The Duke, he leaves out the names of Rhea and Jetto, and he leaves out Fabius Krieg's name.
He'll sort of plod along and say, "Thank you so much. When my little friend here saw you all come in, clocked you as adventurers immediately, and you always have such interesting stories to tell. I'm trying to compete with Jennifer Time. And
Yeah,
it-
I was about
it is-
to I was about to ask.
It is getting very difficult. So,
Wait,
stor-
what have you
stor-
published? Have you published anything?
well, I have a couple works shopped around.
Like what?
and-
That's Herman, right?
No.
Yes.
Yeah. Jennifer Time is Herman's
Thank
ghostwriter name. And he was like, "Well, I have a couple things shopped around. It's hard to compete because publishing companies is a bit like a racket.
Mhm.
But I do have a excellent tale that I am working on. That and he'll look at you all suspiciously and then say, "Well, know this. It is a story of a dragon who collects rumors and utilizes it to manipulate adventurers. But the dragon is the hero. You need to understand that the dragon is the hero. I know that dragon politics right now. So.
Silkes has a little bit of a nosebleed. I think I've heard of that somewhere.
I hate that I'm always the only one that doesn't fucking know the reference. I fucking hate this.
It's a
doesn't
BT.
have any-
It's a BT. It's
Thank
not
you. All right.
Yeah, PC
I was like,
thing.
where the fuck did this come from now?
I'll tell you later.
Yeah, it's a deep cut. Anyways, and he'll say, but look for it. I do plan on publishing. I'm not going to be obscuring my identity. I will be publishing under Little One. So look for it on the shelves.
Can I ask you to do something for me if you publish us or make any characters based off of us?
Most certain.
Can you make sure I'm hot?
not a problem.
Thank you so much. I put a lot of work into looking the way that I do, and I do not make me look younger. I have practiced frowning to make sure that I get these lines on my face.
I see. Should not be a problem. Is there any other notes anyone would like to share?
Not particularly.
Me and Silky. Sorry, go on.
No, I don't have any notes.
Me and Silkaz have a little bit of like a will they, won't they that's like misinterpreted because
Do
we're
we?
just like very close and rely on each other,
I
but
see.
it's never going to happen.
Okay. Well, what we'll do is
This was
we
nice
will
to
leave it
meet you,
ambiguous and allow the fan authors to draw their own conclusions.
Anybody want to write Silmina fanfic out there?
And it is at this time that a hush falls over the bar, and the creak of the door hinge is heard, and for those who turn and look at the door, a figure is standing in the door. It eventually steps forward, pulls back a hood, and it is a red-skinned tiefling woman with dark black hair with sort of these sort of jets of white hair running back through it. Hanging off the edge of her cloak is a imp with sort of needle-sharp teeth and claws sort of gripping into the cloak. She pans her eyes across the tavern and eventually settles them on you all and begins walking towards you.
Marty
Sure.
will hold her hand out for her gold.
Jeremina, there's another tiefling MILF.
I know. I paid. How do
I was
look?
closest.
Yeah, I paid.
Yeah.
Still, how do I
Little
look?
one will be like, "What are you talking about? I paid."
Different thing.
Kid-
running bet.
Got it. Understood.
Jeremina, you look very. Just stop adjusting your hair. You're making certain
Can
strands
Olin
frizzy.
insight what kind of walk she's doing, if it's aggressive or just coming over because she wants to talk to us?
Yeah, most certainly. Go ahead and make a insight check.
Even with a +7, it's a 10.
Oof.
Okay. She is certainly walking with a purpose. What that purpose is, you're not sure.
Olin will subtly put a hand on a blade inside his jacket, but not take it out.
Okay.
Why are you playing with your tits? Jeez. I'm just seeing fish go like this.
Mark's like, Olin voice? Never heard of it.
Literally.
I
Do you
couldn't
say it out
handle
loud?
that. I was looking. So on our, just so the chat knows, on our screen, I have Jason and Fish next to each other, and I'm looking at Jason talking about Olin. I just see Fish lawn mow Jeremy's tits, and I'm like, what the fuck is going on? I just got so. It just fucked me up. I was like, what is going on?
I'm adjusting my
We're not people. She has to be prepared.
Does Olin say that though?
No,
Yeah.
because Olin doesn't come. I just
damn.
couldn't handle that because I'm like, Olin has a knife on a blade, and I just see a lawnmower move go, and I'm like, what the fuck?
Jeremina was wearing clothes that were very modest, and she is now addressing and fixing the problem.
You do you, boo boo. You do you, boo boo. But I was not prepared for 1980s dances over here. Okay.
Every time we meet an NPC that is described in favorable conditions to me,
Oh my
I-
god.
Favorable conditions.
Is there a
That's
non-favorable
right,
condition?
I'm hearing that
Ivanos.
there is some favorable conditions in Canada.
Kiavano says she was ready to use them as an improvised weapon.
Oh my god. Okay.
So sorry, I just wasn't prepared for that. All right, we're good.
Absolute
Lady
chaos.
is coming over.
I'm gonna
Tiefling
mute now.
lady is coming over.
I'm gonna mute now.
Yes, she
Okay,
is.
love you.
She is walking with a purpose. She has what essentially looks like a minor version of the spined creature that you fought in the sewer under Van Thamper Manor, clinging to her cloak. She will approach the group, will look at Little One, and will give him a short nod, and then will say, "Were you all the ones who arrived here with the infernal puzzle cube?"
Really quick, you said she was wearing something from Van Thamper Manor?
No. The imp looks like a miniature version of the spined creature
Oh.
that you guys fought. It's clearly like infernal in nature.
Yes.
Marty will reach into her pocket and pull out the cube and show it to her.
She will look at it and not touch it. Roll her sort of tongue across her teeth. And say, "And it may have been in the possession of Thavius Krieg? Yes?"
It was in the possession of Thaddeus Krieg.
Was in the basement of Van Thamper as well. So, it's a toss-up.
Well, it was
Unless-
in his,
Okay,
it was in
yes.
his hand
She'll
when he died.
put her hand up and say, "Where are my manners? Virithacus, crisis manager for the Elturel situation. Who are you all?"
Oh,
Oh, I'm Jeremina. This is Silkaz. This
Hello.
is Marty. This is Olan.
She will nod in response to that, not really offering much else on top of that. Pull a sort of, not necessarily notepad, but also not necessarily full-size piece of paper, like pad out of her pocket, and will flip it over and jot some stuff down with a, not a quill, but an inkwell pen, and will blow on it as she puts her pen away and offers you all a sheet of paper. And she will say, "Present that at the Emerald Door tomorrow morning. I'm going to draw together a crisis conclave, and we will get this situation resolved."
Oh shit!
Okay.
thank you very much.
We just went Mach 3 real fast.
Not a problem. Thank you again. We are really trying to do our best to handle this situation that's occurring with Elturel. I know that there's other organizations out there that are trying to do what they can as well, but that puzzle cube could hold something that could truly help us. So I've pulled together a crisis council. We'll get all the greatest minds of Faerun on it tomorrow, and we'll go from there. So thank you all. Could have probably come at a more opportune time, but nevertheless, I'll let you get back to your drinks. Thank you again. And she starts stepping off as though she's about to leave.
Will we
Don't
see
hesitate.
you?
You go first.
I was gonna. Will we see you again?
Yeah. She'll sort of chuckle and say, "Yes, I'm going to be leading up the crisis council that you all will be speaking at tomorrow."
Okay,
Oh,
just-
what? Sorry.
Wait, we're going to be speaking.
Yes, whatever information you have regarding the cube and anything that you've experienced regarding the cube would be very helpful to us.
Marty's the only one who knows anything.
I'm talking everything, not only just things about the cube, but also the circumstances in which you received the cube or found the cube, the people involved with it, we have a number of people who can cast spells who will be able to trace down
History.
individual histories, all different sorts of things. We also have many resources inside of Candlekeep that could potentially help us understand what it is. But given that it was found in proximity to Thavius Krieg, with the situation with Elturel, it could be key.
Is there going to be a particular dress code for this, or is what we're wearing fine?
She'll sort of shake up and say, well, the actual council meeting itself, it doesn't matter. Explodimus always wears his leather working apron, so that's not important. But due to the archaic 300-year-old rules of Candlekeep, when I convene, or when anyone convenes a crisis council, there is a formal event associated. So do consider what you may wear to such a thing.
Is that going to be tomorrow?
No. It's 72 hours is the time frame.
I got two things. I'm so sorry. Here, one. Here's my journal. It's got a bunch of stuff tabbed in it. I'm including the ritual. It's got everything. Okay, you're gonna take that, and then you are going to. I'm sorry. Here are my business cards. I make clothing. Here you go.
She'll
go ahead and take that.
All right. Is there anything else?
Oh goodness.
No, I guess.
Yes. That's it.
Maybe we're here for a specific reason, not just the cube.
What reason is that?
We're looking for information about Barovia.
Someone roll me a d20.
Me.
Do it.
Come on, big minds and whammies.
Come on, please roll high.
And you have inspiration from Alexis.
Okay, that is a 17. I'm going to use my inspiration to re-roll it.
Okay.
Come on, 20.
Two 17s, which is pretty.
That's still good.
lucky.
That's still good.
Okay. She's going to look at all of you. There's a brief eyebrow raise, and she's going to say, "Demi-plate of dread." Yeah.
What?
It's a dread plane?
We
Orlin!
do anything.
Olin doesn't even change face because he still doesn't understand what the fuck they're saying about Barovia. He's gonna listen.
I'm not an expert on the Shadowfell, but if you're interested in speaking with someone, I can. I can invoke Annex 3, which, in relation to the crisis, I can get someone.
That would be greatly appreciated.
Not a problem. All right. Well, enjoy your drinks. And,
Olin's gonna speak in Barovian and say, "Have a good night."
She'll look a little confused at him, but then also kind of smile. In the way that, she probably knows that it's Barovian, but also is not fluent enough to be able to respond.
Awesome. Thank you, Gabe, for the follow. Hi, Mateo. Another person from my RP followed us.
Hey.
Half the people from our group.
At this point, Silvira will give a bit of a salute and will back out. At which point, little one will lean down and say, "It sounds like your story may be a bit more interesting than you even know."
I hope not. I really hope not.
Well, we all have to put together speeches for tomorrow.
Oh god, we gotta talk.
And the outfit.
Oh,
We don't have to worry about outfits.
I know.
oh wow.
But, like, I don't know any of the boutiques around here. Like, obviously I know Jeremy's going to make them, but, like, will she have time? There's 4 of us.
Will she have time?
Will I have time? Baby, there's drugs here. Wait, where can I get a bump?
Little one.
Huh?
Do you know where I can get a bump?
Oh my god.
Right here.
Okay, I'll see attendant. I'll find drugs. It'll be fine.
Oh my god.
Fuck.
I gotta go get to work though.
If you need any help with embroidery, I can help with that.
And EP3 is here. It can carry whatever you need help with.
Oh yeah, no problem. I mean,
Well, I mean, I can't really help that much at the moment.
I wanna see what I can do. My ex usually helped me with stuff like this. And hopefully I'll be very busy for the next 72 hours.
That does mean we have to go get the book and the magic circle drawing back.
Yeah.
Those will help in our speech.
Yeah. And little one, is it possible to get stuff back? Never mind. Like, well, no, there we go. Get stuff back early.
From the Avowed.
Oh, I'm not sure. I'm pretty sure that they add it to their sort of pile and get to it when they get to it.
So if we go tomorrow, because it's recent and I don't think anybody's here, you and I just have to speak to Professor Othgar. So if we get him again by pressing the cult research, then hopefully he'll be able to get it back for us. I don't know if he'll be happy, but either way. Alright, it seems we've got our work cut out for us.
Oh yeah.
Hmm.
Baby, do you remember that promise you made me?
Which one? You've made me promise a lot of things.
I made you promise it about 8 days ago.
Nope, don't remember.
Great. I do.
Okay.
I distinctly remember making this promise where I would not bother you about your outfits again. Whereupon the occasion where we had a fancy event,
Uh-huh.
I got to put you in whatever I wanted.
It sounds like a threat.
Yeah, right?
Owen, your reckoning has come. I'm using you like my little dress-up doll. You're gonna be so handsome, baby boy.
If it is bright colors, I will burn it.
You promised whatever I wanted.
If it is bright colors, I will burn it.
Okay, but
At
then
least-
I get to keep asking you about
least-
your outfit.
That's fine. Just not the bright colors.
I'll see.
We'll talk.
No promises.
I love this soul. I love these
All of a
souls.
sudden, Olin disappears for the entire Crisis Council.
I also have a small request.
Baby.
Going to have ruffles. Please do not put them on the legs.
Ruffles has ridges.
Yeah, I can avoid that. Anything else?
For formal events, it has to mostly be one fabric, no polyblends.
No problem.
I have no preferences. I trust you. Just like, make sure it's not like around my like waist-ish. Like I have a high waist.
Oh yeah, baby, I was already gonna put you in an empire. Don't worry.
Yeah, thank you.
Well, I gotta go upstairs. I got packages to send. Little one, you are astounding. I love talking. If you want to hang out with me up in the suite when I'm doing work, please come by. We're up in the top one, okay?
I don't know if we can get upstairs.
Yeah, he will say, I'm unfortunately only able to get into the tavern.
Oh my god.
The stairs and elevator are not giant accessible.
Yeah, it is only £700.
I will bring my weaving stuff down and we can talk that way.
That would be nice.
Okay. I got letters to send. Deuces.
All right. And as the party begins to break up and sort of go the way of getting their own personal business done, you all get back up to the 7th floor. Rhea is utilizing the telescope with a astronomy book plucked from one of the bookshelves open in her lap, and she has fallen asleep. Sort of in the telescope chair, and
Mina, get one of your extra blankets.
Could Jeremina have gotten there early?
Yeah. No, she like literally is just like the thing is that like she got up into the thing and was like, I'm going to look at the stars, and then when she got into the seat, she crashed out. So like she wasn't really even able to use the telescope. She was never like actively using it. She crashed out because like she's finally in a safe place, in a place with no responsibility.
I know that feeling.
Yeah, Mark and I both know this feeling. She's crashed out, so she's just like out like a light.
Do you think I could have a small scene with her? I don't have to if...
I mean, if you get back to and want to wake her up to get her into like bed, then yeah.
Yeah, I think Jeremina wants to do that, and I think she's gonna approach being very, very gentle as she kind of nudges Rhea, and she says, "Hey, baby," and she's talking in an infernal.
Okay, she shudders awake. Yes.
Jeremina takes the book out of her lap, making sure that the pages don't get disturbed, and she says, "You fell asleep, baby. You've got great news. The planet, a crisis council's being convened, and we'll tell you more in the morning, okay?"
That is a good thing. Yes,
Very good thing.
Okay. Yeah. I should go to bed. I figured I would watch the stars for a bit, but my exhaustion got the better of me.
I'm glad. Go ahead. I've left you an extra blanket and some robes on your bed, okay?
All right. Thank you.
Good night.
Good night. And she will get out of the chair associated with the telescope and make her way to the room that she's been assigned.
What page was she on?
She was on a page relating to the asteroid belt which surrounds the planet. It seems as though she had oriented the telescope to the best of her ability to observe the asteroid belt.
When the others come in from the elevator, I think Jeremina meets them, and she's like, "When y'all come in, make sure you're quiet, alright? Found Rhea asleep at the telescope."
Chair looks comfy.
Sweet.
It is.
I'm glad she's getting some rest, though. She's been up for a while.
Me too. She needed it bad.
Murray will sort of lean in a little bit. Is she okay?
She shuddered awake. I think it's obviously been really hard on her. I think the hardest, it's been rough for us. But Rhea I doubt Rhea's had a good moment. You know what I mean?
Yeah. Like,
She didn't fall asleep when we were at the lodge.
Mm,
So there's no telling either how much sleep she's actually gotten, or if she's gotten any sleep at all.
yeah. And she saw Thaddeus, like, right before her eyes. Like, she says she's, fine, but, never easy losing anyone.
Yeah. And I mean, my thing with that, right, is she says she's fine, but she doesn't know what fine looks like. She was a child soldier.
Yeah, like, her own work, too! Like,
I'm gonna stay out of this portion of the conversation.
I think that would be for the best, cause... Alright.
Yeah. Well, let's all get some rest. We have a lot of work we need to do.
Jermina's going to smooth back Marty's hair and give her a forehead kiss. Lightly jab Silka's, very lightly, Silka's in the shoulder, and squeeze Olin's shoulder, and she'll say, "Good night, everybody." And Olin, you're from the Shadowfell.
From a
where's that?
plane.
It's not.
It doesn't matter, but
It's hard to
it's
explain.
it's something to Google. To search Olin, okay?
Fucking
We've got more.
What is
words.
Candlekeep but the Sword Coast Google?
Seriously.
I would argue it's more akin to Wikipedia, but yeah,
Ooh.
pretty much.
But
Anybody can go in there and change the books.
But a lot of good things happened today. We've got a crisis council brought up. They're gonna be able to hear us. I mean, the thing is, right? That cult in Baldur's Gate keeps resurfacing. We can bring that up too.
Yes, I was going to make an outline of things that we could possibly address.
I mean, we can do something. I mean, actually in a position to do something. And that's... I mean, not just about Baldur's Gate shit, but I mean, about Olin, about Rhea.
We can make something happen.
Yeah. I've never been in this position before. Sleep well, everybody. We've got a very long day ahead of us tomorrow.
Seriously, yeah.
And that is where we will leave it for this session of Dice and Dynamics. Next week, or actually, I'm sorry, we will be taking next week off because I will be glamping. Sorry, everyone. I do apologize. But the week after that, we will pick up entering through the Emerald Door and into Candlekeep and the Crisis Council, having been assembled by Silvira. So, with that, everyone, have a good night. And now, back to your regularly scheduled entertainment.
Next week, join us as we talk about a house, but not the house you're thinking of. Not the one in the middle of the street either. This is a completely different house.
But it's
It's
our
a
house.
brick house.
Good night, everyone.
Nothing matters.